So I'm in this weird, like, headspace where I kind of want to stop now, where I don't really want to do this anymore as far as dialysis, you know. And it's like every article that I've read about getting a kidney is like, oh man, it's totally worth it. It's totally worth it. You know, 4, 5, 8 years for the rest of your life, you know. And if the statistics are to be believed for somebody in my particular situation, if I'm waiting 8 years, man, you know, like I'm going to be almost 50. You know, in 2 months I turned 37 and I'm giving up. You know, it's like I got nothing left. I got no hope. I got nothing. Like I'm completely out. And my wait and see approach, you know, like I know what dialysis is, right? And I know what it's for. And sometimes, you know, you have some people that work at the dialysis centers or even the doctors, you know, they talk to me like I don't know what I'm there for. And I completely understand because, you know, they're dealing with a lot of older people who don't really understand why they're there. It's like some doctor just told them they have to do this thing now, and they go to all these surgeries and they still don't know why they're there. What is the point of what it is they're doing? And I totally understand that, but that's not me. You know? And it's every stage of grief, frustration being one of them, of like how much more time and effort do I have to dedicate to this before, you know, I get this kidney. And even then, you know, like I'm still on the like razor's edge of having to take medication, you know, for the rest of my life. Because if I just mess up even one time, just once, then everything is just going to revert back to the way it was before. And I'm going to be right back in the same situation. And I'm going to have to make up all that time again on the list. And I don't know if how long I'm waiting is worth the amount of time I'm dedicating to this. And everyone keeps telling me, no, just keep going, man. Just keep going. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. Blah, 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 and all this other stuff. That's easier said than done. When most of the people that are saying that, they are not the ones this is happening to. What? Okay, so like, am I going? Like, what's happening? And it's like I'm tired of feeling bad physically, mentally, emotionally. Like I'm tired. Like I am beyond tired of this. I'm so ready to either get a kidney or die. One of the two. You know, like a person only has so much fight in them. You know, and it's just like, oh, you're just gonna have to wait. You're just gonna have to wait. Blah, 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 blah. You have to wait. You have to wait. And it's like, man, I'm tired of waiting. You know, I've waited for 4 years for something good to happen, and nothing good has happened. After you know, like a 3.5 year wait, you know, I don't want to say reward, but my, you know, the conclusion was dialysis. And people look at me and they're just like, oh, well, it's not that bad for you. You can still walk and drive and, you know, it's not that bad for you. It's not, you know, like, what are you always bitching about? Why are you always complaining? Why can't you just be happy, you know? It's not as bad as, you know, the 92-year-old lady sitting next to you, but it's like, man, I never had an opportunity to enjoy my 30s because I've been sick the whole time. And, you know, I'm going to have to wait for, you know, I'm going to be almost 40 by the time anything good happens to me. But yet I'm just supposed to keep up this stiff upper lip, positive attitude, drag yourself through hell and broken glass and all this other shit. And you're just supposed to be happy about it. You know, but I'm not happy about it. I'm not happy about it. You know, I'm not happy about any of this. I'm not happy about the fact that I have to go to dialysis. I'm not happy about how it makes me feel. I'm not happy about, this is my life now. And there's nothing that I can do about it. There's no amount of training I can do. There's nothing that I can do. And my fate is in the hands of this faceless corporation who could give a shit less about who I am because they just program my name into an algorithm. And I'm just supposed to wait for this computer database to tell me that I can live my life again. And I don't, I'm out. I'm drained. And I've been given a lot of consideration to just stopping. And you can't get any real feedback from anybody. You know, the only thing anybody ever tells you is that, it's your choice, man. You know, it's your choice. They just shrug their shoulders and they're just like, it's your choice, you know. And they breathe a sigh of relief because they are glad it's not them that has to make these life or death decisions. You know, and if I stop, then I die. But if I keep going, I'm gonna have to drag myself through like this broken glass, you know, bare feet. Putting this stupid smile on my face because that's all you can do, because there's nothing else that you can really do to change anything. And I think that I'm at my wit's end here, and I'm not really sure what to do. You know, of course, the people that care about me, you know, they're gonna want me to keep going because they are convinced that there's a light at the end of the tunnel, but there is no light. And I can say that with full certainty that, you know, there's no upside to this. Even if I do get a kidney, I'm just gonna have to take meds for the rest of my life. So, is a life really worth living if it's a bad one? And then, you know, people hit you with this one, life is only as good or bad as you make it. It's bullshit. That's bullshit, because there are people out here who don't have to worry about anything. They want for nothing. Literally, life, God, whatever, hands them this great life experience on a silver platter. And some people are just, you know, some people's lives are just the shits. And I'm tired of my life being the shits. But what can I do? I've already given so much time and blood and suffering, and it's just never enough. It's just never enough. Like this kidney disease, dialysis, kidney transplant, it will never be satisfied no matter what I do. It's like, how much more can I take before I'm just done? You know, how much more? I'm not even sure. Like, I'm literally strung out. Like, I have nothing more left to give to this emotionally. You know, nothing. I got nothing left. And it's just, I'm at this point where I'm tired of suffering. I'm tired of just giving so much of myself to this and getting nothing back in return. And people will argue, well, you get your life, well, dialysis just it keeps you alive, so that's what you're getting back. Bullshit. Dialysis sucks dialysis sucks out a part of your soul. Literally. Literally. It sucks out, it drains a part of you. Every treatment. And I basically go for my mom. Basically. She was the one that is asking me to suffer. Because if it wasn't for her asking me to do this, like if she wasn't around or she passed away, or if she wasn't in the picture, I wouldn't do this. I would not be taking myself through this. I would have stopped a long time ago. And I would have just went to hospice and that would have just been it. This is not worth it. I'm just going to wrap this thing up and that's it. That's your lot. I don't really see what the big deal is as to why they fight so hard to live under just the most bullshit of circumstances. And if there's a light at the end of this, I'm not seeing it. Even if I get the kidney, I'm just not seeing it. Like, I am no longer married to the idea of living with this. And I don't know if that's a normal thing. Constantly just in the fight without ever coming up for air. I'm really leaning more towards the idea of just letting it go and just deal with the consequences afterwards. At least that way I'll finally get some peace. I'll finally be able to just get some rest. And it'll just be done. This chapter, Carl Porter, that chapter is just done. He did the best he could. Life just beat the shit out of him. And that's your lot. That's it. He's done.